I was playing shows on outside of Los Angeles. Last stop in town before I hit the road. And I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's our visitors and our home team. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. And we are underway here on EA Sports. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the veteran, it's Cordero Patterson. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds Scott Miller. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got it. Good work there to take it to the 47 and set up first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down. Here's 1st and 10.
33-yard line.
Give on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set.
Now this time they'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal. They'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Following the penalty, they'll run it. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
79 Bronco. Check go.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
First down and 10. At their own 35.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive. For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and now it's going to bring up 3rd and real long.
That is caught downfield by Douglas. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
This fielded inside the 35. Looked like he may have had a seam for a moment. He's taken down after a solid return. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that one.
Back to the undrafted rookie, Isaiah Bond. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A gain there of 21. That's enough for a 1st down. Back to throw. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Let's go now.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Give them 14 on that one. And that will be a 1st down. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Backs to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
2nd down and 10.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he will get into the end zone.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Here comes a return from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready, go!
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play.
Second and 7.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. His receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain of 16 on that pass play. That's enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. A big play on that one. 39 yards. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Forced out wide, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That is caught, and he's in.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back. Let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
1st down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
It's a gain of
14 on the pickup. And that will be a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down. So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Now a give up the middle, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Firing right side, brought in by Brown.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
So the ball still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Now his defense will use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be taken down right around the 9.
Brings up 2nd and
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Yards from the end zone for 2nd down and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense. Talk things over before 3rd down.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That one taken in. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35-yard line.
18, pioneer. Here we go, set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
This fielded at the 3. And he'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
He's got Douglas going deep. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Here's the punter now. He's on for the second time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. This is fielded inside the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it, Mike. I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 17 yards on that play. That's enough for a first down. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
He'll throw it left and has his running backs. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on third down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his defense will take over here following the interception.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Team, we're set for football. And off we go on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long.
Here we go, sack. Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Now Stewart on first down. Down at the 25. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw, it almost a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fighting through at the 25. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Yeah, really with I should probably start a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bit a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A first down carry here for Charles. And down to the 36-yard line here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They toss left to Charles. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. William Golston in on the stop.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Scotty Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Now the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
Mallet now. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Let's go.
Here's Mallet. That's to Bond. Isaiah Bond. Sheds off the tackle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
At the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Up the middle now with Stewart. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Complete to Stewart, right side. Touchdown! A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
Our home team, 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
After 17-7 the score on EA Sports. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Here we go. Shot. Come 19. 19. Tiger. 9. Go.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
2nd and 3. Oh, Gronkowski with a diamond catch. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Stewart on the counter. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 25-yard line. The
offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. They had a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral it down near the 11-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach,
from 10 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Our home team, 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 more yards there and another first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go up the middle with Jamal Charles. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
19 yards. That's another first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
19 tight. 19 down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He hits Stewart in the flat. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Douglas. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 19 yards away. And this offense is running away with this one. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's second and 10.
19 Lions. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And Bolden brings it in, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Over the middle, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Come 19. Come 19. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Charles. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. The handoff to Stewart running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. 24 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go now. Check go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Yards on the play. And a first down.
Here's a give. Left side, it's Charles. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well,
you're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Scotty Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys are able to get a score back. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll take over. First down and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his 1st sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Back to throw here. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to air this out deep for Harvin. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point up and through. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Visitors 52. Our home team 24.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
They'll drop the throw. And a grab over the middle by Stocker. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now a handoff, running left, it's Stewart. Oh, nice move. Once more the juke. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Mallet now. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pushing through tacklers at the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Alex Highsmith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Here's Mallett. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Results in a first down.
A toss to the wide side, Stewart. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Visitors 66. Our home team 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's dropped right at the gain of 3.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first.
A gain of 3 yards. And a first down. First and 10 at the 40.
Here's a give up the middle. And he tries to power it forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for our visitors,
they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.